Oil.
Yeah, oil is a good one. And by the way, the probability increasing now for 50 basis points of a rate hike in December versus 75. By the way, market is now seeing a 52% probability of a 25 basis point hike in February.
What a setup.
That's up from 47.5 just yesterday. This is all according to the CME FedWatch tool. So it does appear that this downshift in rate hikes is coming. A lot more smaller hikes are on the horizon now versus 75, 75, 75.
Let's talk about that. What that forecasts is that apparel is going to be promotion. Now, apparel is a sticking point. What that forecasts is that gasoline is low. That is certainly happening. It also forecasts that there are enough chips to be able to make cars come down inventory. That would be radically important. And yes, the mortgage rates are so high that there's more homes. Now, the Home Depot number, which was inflated on traffic, which is higher price on inflation, was lower on ticket, which would therefore confirm everything I said about the idea that housing is weak. So if you have housing weak, you have autos glutted, you have logistics doing better, I could see a situation where Powell can say, you know what, wait and see. And I think this is a wait and see moment with the idea that we can do 50 and wait and see. I don't think he can say, let's just wait and see 0, because we're still seeing wage hikes. And it will be until wage hikes. And by the way, where the wage hikes will not occur is in technology. Yeah. And we forget, technology is 18% of the economy. It reverberates. Housing always punches its weight at 10%. But if you get retail down and you get autos down and you get technology down, you got everything down that matters. And that's why.
Yeah, I like that. Now, it is always funny, of course, that with the market rallying today, perhaps the Fed sees that and says, this is not what we want to see. But I guess that's always the push and pull of the market on any given day.
The Fed does not want to see purchasing power increased. Yeah. The Fed wants crypto. It wants these different coins to go away because remember, the Fed is not directly attack speculation. That's a very interesting thing. I thought that Jay should at this point saying, listen, when we see speculation driven out of the market, we'll be happy. But what he might be saying is there are no IPOs. Right. So that level of speculation is gone. I am sure he'd like crypto to collapse. I have been hassled and harassed, just, actually verbally, not assaulted for my position on that these are not good things to invest in a voracious way, in a police way. And I think that's important. I always like to point out when the police will be involved. But what that says is desperation on the part of people who don't worry about me. This is probably my 10th harassment. But you see in the harassing calls, and I know who you are, which is not a good thing for you, that people are desperate to try to get these coins up. And that, to me, says they're going lower.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we talked a little bit about China earlier. Obviously, whenever we get positive reopening headlines, that's going to positively impact Wynn Resorts, Estee Lauder, Starbucks, of course, due to their aggressive ambitions.
We are there for China.
And Danaher also seems. We should make a graphic, probably just China reopening with the list of stocks that benefit the most. But Wynn now back to 80, almost 80.
I don't know. I mean, just let it ride. Danaher, I am concerned about because of Lumina. Numbers are bad. I think people are saying, you know what? There are not enough biotech IPOs to make it so you need more Danaher. Very false read. Danaher is much later in the equation. If you're developing drugs, you need Danaher. So that's why it's not reacting the same as Illumina, which I am quite grateful for. Now, let's go to Estee Lauder.
Sure.
The talk is that they might be buying Tom Ford. Now, they have been they've been together forever.
Yeah.
Now, I think this is up more because of China, but we can talk about that Tom Ford may actually be a bargain versus where it was.
Yeah, so the reported deal talks, this is from the Wall Street Journal, $2.8 billion. So Estee Lauder was actually rumored to have some interest in Tom Ford earlier in the summer, around August. That purchasing price was that reported deal price was $3 billion. And a note from Piper Sandler in August, they actually think the value of Tom Ford could have been around, I believe the number they had was $6 billion in 2020. Right. So it would be Estee Lauder's period. It would be Estee Lauder's largest acquisition in company history, but it sounds like they'd be getting it at a good price.
They'd be getting a lot of quality inventory and quality product that would not fit their mantra.
Right. They don't really do a lot in fashion. Their wheelhouse is skincare, fragrances, makeup. But perhaps they could license that out. I don't know.
Maybe a Capri would buy it. Tom Ford is a very good brand.
Yeah.
But by the apparel portion. So
Right.
Tom Ford is a pristine brand. Now, in the time of first we had TJX. Now, TJX, Walmart did not say that clothing was blowout. They did say that grocery was blowout. So I don't feel that this is a negative for TJX. I think it's actually a positive. I think, by the way, we're going to hear from Target. If you look at Walmart's apparel and you look at their grocery, the grocery may be share take from Target. The apparel may be a bad sign for Target. No matter what, resonates positively for TJX.
Yeah, and they report tomorrow morning. This is a hot one coming into the quarter. So we'll see what they have to say. But obviously looking at merchandise buying opportunities, freight headwinds.
Right. Now, I want to tell you that the TJX, here's been the progression. Headline comes out. Company is not a promotional company, does not give a good conference call, has never done that. Stock then comes down. So if you're not in TJX yet, may I suggest that you do not buy until after the conference call.
Anyway, guys, thank you for, I just wanted to share some information with that. So question, are you in TJX? Because as you know, Cramer have been pushing TJX a lot. And as he just said, just recapping here, that wait to buy TJX after the conference call. They will be reporting tomorrow. So guys, so keep a lookout for TJX. I will give you the information as I get it. Sometimes I'm a little bit late here, but if you want to get more info, you could always join me on Patreon. Anyway, guys, so let's just talk about the all stock and talk about some of the stuff that they did that I agree with and something that I totally didn't agree with. You know, last week they sell AbbVie. I'm actually deep in AbbVie and I didn't sell it because I think that things are beginning to turn around. So I didn't think that it was a good time to sell. So I decided to hold on to my AbbVie a little bit. But then another thing we got to talk about is the China reopening, guys. As you know, guys, China is reopening, as they just said. And I think there's a lot of great thing. I think the president just met with the Chinese president, and they say they had some okay talks, some good talks. So if you're thinking about buying Estee Lauder, we have Starbucks in China, or we have Danaher in China. So there's a couple stocks that goes with China. As you see, we definitely need the Chinese economy to make this stock go. So guys, think about these stocks. We're still in a good time for oil as we get into the winter season. We know that oil keep rising. So oil has been doing pretty good. It's not at the high yet. You still have an opportunity to get into the stock. And one of the reasons why I encourage you to buy oil stock is because of that dividend. You will still have Coterra at a very, very high level, which is doing good. Not a high level, sorry, but it's doing good. It's around the 28 at the same time where the club bought it last time. So consider getting into Coterra, which is 50% gas, 50% oil, 50% natural gas, and it's around $28. So all depends. If you doesn't have a lot to invest in the PX dealer, Pioneer Natural Resources, as I do, you could look at Pioneer, guys. So anyway, guys, I said before, if you want more value, I share a lot more on my Patreon. It's only $5 to join, and that's it. So guys, you could join me over there. I'm also using StreamYard. There will be a link there if you want to try StreamYards. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. One more thing, I think Thursday they have the meeting. They have the monthly meeting. So I'll see what we can do. I'll call my friend David and see what we can do, if we can give you some information about that monthly meeting. It will definitely be an hour long, so we may have to do some things to try to bring you that meeting. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on our next video.